Oh, life can get pretty hectic, and sometimes our lives, we just need to know when to stop and make some changes. And joining me today, I'm so excited that you're here. She's a writer, a teacher, and a self-love activist. This is Susan Kricun, and you are going to talk to us about something I find very fascinating. It's titled, When to Press the Escape Key on Your Life.
Right.
Very appropriate and very catching for the times that we're living in right now.
That's for sure.
And it all started with you because you had a serious issue with your digestive system that helped you to do like almost a wake-up call where you had to turn your life all the way around. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, not almost. It definitely was. And I think that's a lot of why I want to be able to share this information with other people so that maybe they don't have to go through as much as I have. But it was a couple years ago, I'd say close to 3.5, 4 years ago, I was not feeling well at all. I mean, and this was the kind of thing where no matter what I did, I just continued to feel awful. And so it had a lot to do with my digestive system and really literally stopped me in my tracks and forced me to take a look at what was going on in my life and what was happening to me, how I was treating myself, how I was allowing myself to be treated by others. And it's just been this incredible journey ever since then of self-discovery, understanding who I truly am and the kinds of things that I can do and have done to make a difference in my life so that I'm taking care of myself and so that I feel better.
And so what are the things that you need to do? Because this is a way that you have to become truthful with yourself. So how do we actually even start the process of pressing that escape button for our own lives?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, a lot of it has to do with the stuff that we don't want to deal with.
Okay.
You know, it's like getting really quiet and asking yourself, what am I really feeling? Why is this happening to me? You know, when I'm around this person, I don't feel good. What is that all about? Exploring those kinds of things and understanding what it is that works for you and what doesn't. And then when you do figure it out, you have to have a lot of courage to be able to step into that and say, I need to make some changes.
Okay.
And talk to people, or decide that these people aren't right for your world.
And you were saying that in the article I read, which was really, really well done, by the way.
Thank you.
And I watched your video on YouTube when you were speaking to the group of women.
Yeah.
And I like when you said that you were so excited and happy with the life you're living now.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you did a cleanse, so to speak, for your life.
Yeah.
And you talked about getting rid of friends. And sometimes this is the hardest thing to do, to let go of people who you may have trusted and loved at one point, but they become toxic.
Yeah.
And that affects your relationships.
Yeah, and a lot of that is true too. You know, I was so worried about what was going on outside of me and how could I make other people happy. And now I wake up every day and I think to myself, what do I need? Like, what do I want? How can I show up today and feel incredible? And in return, my energy and the way that I feel, I think is contagious in terms of the way other people show up around me.
And you started doing something that you didn't do before. You were doing yoga and meditation. So part of this cleanse and pushing that escape button, is it also a little bit of a spiritual journey?
A lot, actually, yeah. It's a lot. I mean, like I'd mentioned before, it really has a lot to do with, you know, figuring out who you are, what makes you tick. And the foundation of that is determining, what do you truly value? What does that mean to you? Look at your life and say, am I actually doing the things that I am? And if you're not, making those changes and adjustments so that you actually are living according to your values and the things that make you feel great.
And how long was this process for you? Because I'm sure some people, they want a quick fix, and it's not something that can happen overnight. So is there a time frame that you would say, give yourself logistically 6 months to start, or maybe a year to be into this? Or how long was it for you?
Truly, I've probably been exploring these kinds of ideas for close to 15 years now. And it's been within the past 3 to 4 years that I've actually seen a lot of different changes. But it's different for everybody. And at the end of the day, I don't want anyone to feel like they can't. It's just one day, one step at a time.
And it's just making those little steps. Like you said, sometimes it could be clearing out old pictures. It could be, like you said, detoxing yourself from friends and really taking a look at yourself and asking maybe some certain questions.
Yeah.
Did you have to ask yourself some deep questions?
Some very deep questions. Yeah, I had to take a look at a relationship that I was in that was not working for me. And why was I in that relationship? Was it really something I wanted, or was it messages that I was getting externally from my friends, family members, from society about the time in my life and what I should have versus what I did have? It's a lot of that. You know, checking in, I call it like a relationship audit, where you take a look at, you know, the people you're spending time with. And that could be work people, that could be friends, it could be family.
Well, let me ask you this, and I want you to tell everybody where they can go to find out more information, because you are doing some motivational speaking.
Yeah.
You are helping inspire other people with your journey. So where can they go to get more information?
Yeah, I have a website. It's my name, SusanKricun.com. And I post blogs regularly on there. I have a Facebook page, and on my website, all of my different social media icons are there where you can find me. But between my blogs and the work that I'm doing, like you mentioned, I've got some public speaking opportunities and working on seminar series and workshops and all kinds of things. So,
Well, you're great, and I wish you
Thank
the best
you.
of luck, and thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more Inside the Morning Scramble and get you ready for summer with Victoria's Secret.